The only local news teams taking action for you. KIMA KEPR Action News starts now.
Coming up this morning on Action News, a dead body found in Yakima County. It was along the highway, so WSP will be investigating. Not much has been released, but police say they're waiting on official cause of death. We'll share the latest. Plus, the Wapato Food Bank is recovering after a break-in. They say someone stole 10 bikes off their lot and even attempted to break into the building. Those bikes for children of lower-income families. We'll have officials are scratching their heads, and we'll have that story and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Thursday morning and happy Halloween, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, in the world of weather, it's quite different than it was earlier on this week. It even looks like somebody took a whole smudge tool and just smudged half the city of Yakima.
Yeah, we are dealing with some dense fog in the Yakima Valley this morning. There is a dense fog advisory in place until 8 a.m. as we could be subject to some of that dense fog, and you can certainly see that on the Yakima weather cam this morning. Like Dave said, it does look like someone took a smudge tool. It looks rather appropriate for Halloween, as it looks pretty spooky out in Yakima. Something to be aware of, though, in all seriousness, as you are starting your day. It's 31 degrees right now in Yakima, so that also could mean that some areas of freezing fog are possible, which could make roadways a little bit slick. Here's a look at your weather headlines today and going forward. On top of the fog concerns this morning, there will be some spotty showers in the forecast area today, although not too damp of a Halloween. More widespread persistent rain is going to be in store for tomorrow, with additional shower chances on Saturday. We'll touch more on all three of these weather headlines coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Yakima County. Washington State Patrol has confirmed to us that a deceased body was located near State Route 12 just before 11:20 Monday morning. According to the Yakima Police Department, officers arrived on scene at the North 1st Street overpass of State Route 12, where a body was found underneath the overpass. Now, the scene is in the jurisdiction of the State Patrol, who has taken control of the investigation. As of now, they're waiting on an official cause of death. And a man has been arrested after being accused of threatening to kill his mother while taking psilocybin mushrooms. A 21-year-old man was arrested October 17th and is charged with harassment, second-degree malicious mischief, and possession of a controlled substance. Kittitas County Sheriff's deputies responded to a domestic disturbance after 7 p.m. that night. The mother said she was taking her son to the hospital and said he threatened to kill her. She also mentioned he broke her windshield. The bail was set for the man. The bail for the man was set at $50,000. He is scheduled to be arraigned in Kittitas County Superior Court later this week. An inmate at the Kittitas County Jail is adding a new charge to their rap sheet. 38-year-old Michael John Stensgar is facing a felony assault charge for allegedly beating up another inmate over a tray of dinner leftovers the man didn't want to share. Authorities allege that Stensgar attacked a fellow inmate in the Kittitas County Correction Center following an earlier dispute over the tray of food. Corrections officers began investigating after the victim sought medical treatment. He said that he had slipped in the shower, but officials became suspicious when the victim's injuries were not consistent with a fall. And after checking the video footage, officers found Stensgar fighting with the victim over the food, and later, when the victim went to wash his face, Stensgar could be seen walking over to the inmate and punching him. Stensgar is expected to be arraigned later this week. The Wapato Food Bank is picking up the pieces following a recent break-in. Leaders at Sunrise Outreach tell us it happened sometime between Friday and Monday, and they say somebody cut through the chain link fence and stole 10 bikes. The thieves also tried to break into the building, but were unsuccessful. The stolen bikes were set to be given to children of lower-income families.
Why break in? We're giving the food away for free. And you just show up, once a week you're allowed to come. And
leaders say you contact the Wapato Food Bank or Sunrise Outreach Center in Yakima to make a gift of money, food, or other forms of donations. The Benton County Prosecuting Attorney Eric Eisinger is speaking out again amid the ongoing public defender shortage. It's been an issue for several months, and in June, several people were released from jail because there were no public attorneys to represent them. The state Supreme Court is set to rule on changes which limit how many people a public defender is legally allowed to represent.
In the state of Washington, the state funds only approximately 3% of statewide public defense services, which means here in our community, very little of the dollars, very few of the dollars that go to public defense are state dollars. Our two counties have approximately 1.5 attorneys per 1,000 residents. On the other hand, when you consider the number of attorneys in King County, they have 7.3 attorneys per 1,000 residents.
Eisinger went on to suggest issues in King County shouldn't be solved by blanket regulations that affect the entire state. He and other local leaders have submitted letters to the state Supreme Court ahead of their ruling to share the challenges we could face if the changes go through. Yakima City Council is seeking volunteers interested in serving on Yakima City boards, committees, and commissions. Three bodies are looking for citizen contributors. The Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee has 1 vacancy. The Lodging Tax Advisory Committee will have 4 terms ending in December, and the Yakima Housing Authority Board will have 1 term ending in January 2025. Some commissions require a supplemental application or resume to be submitted. Anyone interested in applying can submit their application to the city clerk's office no later than November 8th. All of the application details are up on our website. Now, the cold weather shelter in Kittitas County has changed locations, and they're looking for volunteers. The cold weather shelter used to rotate venues based on the day of the week. This year, its full-time location is at the Kittitas County Fairgrounds in Ellensburg, specifically the Western Village.
And I think that having a single site simplifies operations for us as the provider, but it also enriches the experience for our guests.
Now, the volunteers will complete a variety of tasks, including checking people in and out and cooking meals. Information on how to volunteer will be up on our website. And after years of planning and hard work from several community members, the Tri-Cities Food Co-op is officially open for business. Started by a group of Tri-City residents and farmers from the area, the Tri-Cities Co-op is a place you can go to get locally sourced produce and organically grown goods.
Gone from being really stressed about this to super excited, and people are pouring in the door, and you're seeing the first customers check out right behind us.
Yesterday was the first day of business for the co-op, which is located at 1420 Jadwin Avenue in Richland. And you don't need a membership to shop at the co-op, although it could save you some money and provide exclusive access to products and events. Now, you may recall a story we told you last week regarding Swan Vocational Enterprises in White Swan. Within that organization is one of their divisions, Swan Seed Company. It was started 2 summers ago, where they grow flowers to harvest the seeds, bulbs, and dahlia tubers, which will eventually be sold online. The other division they have is Swan Graphics, which is a screen printing and embroidery business.
Not everyone wants to be a screen printer, and so we thought, let's start a second division that we can provide additional employment opportunities to young adults that doesn't have to be screen printing or embroidery.
Now, the flowers are anticipated to be ready for sale sometime in November, with the dahlia tubers ready in the spring. And with that, let's jump right over to meteorologist Jefferson Donovan. Jefferson, we're already talking about things that are coming up spring and going on into next year, but we still haven't even we haven't even gotten through Halloween yet.
No, we haven't even gotten through Halloween yet. Now, today for Halloween, it is going to be a little bit spooky out there. Increasing clouds, some fog this morning that some of us are dealing with, and we are going to be subject to cool temperatures too. As we take a look at what we will be seeing today, we are going to notice those shower chances in the forecast area. High temperatures in the upper 40s to mid 50s. Now, today we'll just feature some spotty showers here and there. Tomorrow will be much wetter. We'll take a look at that Friday forecast coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. The time now is 5:08. Coming up on KEPR KIMA this morning. Although today is a holiday, folks should still have safety in mind when going trick-or-treating. After the break, we'll hear some tips from the Richland Police Department on how to stay safe this Halloween. But later in the show, a liability case is taking shape in Baltimore after the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. The owner and manager of the container ship is seeking to deflect responsibility and cast blame elsewhere. We'll share the details when we get to national news. Stay with us.